Hey all of you, hope you guys are great. In the last video, we had written small script which allow us to deploy the entire demo data to our database. So if you haven't watched that video, I'll link in the I button on the description so you guys can follow that. In this video, we're going to work with queries, okay? So let me show you what I mean by that. So simply clear a terminal and let's start the server. So we'll start the development environment. So npm start. This will start the development environment. So things are looking good here. Now let's come back to the app.js. So here everything's looking good. Let's go to the controller and let's open this NFT controller. So here we have written all the functionality to get the NFTs, like create, get all NFT, single NFT, update NFT, delete NFT. Okay, so all the functionality we have here. What I can do is let's come back here, and here you can see this is the function we have, get all NFT. So right now whenever someone requests hit the route get all NFT, they will get the entire data. Whatever data we have in the NFT collection, that all data we will get. Okay, but in this video what we're going to focus is we're going to add query. Okay, so whenever someone make any kind of request, we're not going to display all the data. We're going to take the query and we're going to display the data on the base of the query. Okay, so that's the common practice which get follow. Just imagine that you have data in your get all NFT. You have 1 lakh NFT, you have thousands of NFTs. So you don't want to display all the NFT in one single request. Okay, you have to set some sort of query. So the data will go through that query and you will display that final result. Okay, so that's the thing we're going to cover here. So I hope you have understood what we're going to do. So let's open the function, and here we have written all the function which give us all the NFT back. So let's come back to the postman and let's come to the get request. So right now if I make this get request, I will get all the NFT which I have stored in my database. Okay, so altogether I have 9 which we have deployed in the last video. Okay, so if you haven't watched, I will link in the I button in the description so you can follow that. So here we have all the 9 results. Okay, all the data, and this is not the optimal way to display the data. Okay, so right now I'm making the request and I'm getting all the data, but you can set the query on the base of the fields you have defined here in the database. So we have name, we have duration, we have max group size, we have difficulty, we have price. So if anybody want to have a look of the NFT which is higher in price, so you have to add a query functionality, so they can select the higher price range and they can filter the NFT on the base of the price, higher price, lower price. They can have a query to filter the likes. So if NFT got higher likes, so they can find that which other NFT has a higher likes. Okay, so that's kind of query we're going to add here in this. Okay, so that's all we have here, and let me show you how you can build up the query. So to build up the query, all you have to do is to give this question mark, and you have to give the name of the field which you want to use for the query. So first field I want to take is duration. Okay, let's come up here and I'm going to paste this duration. So I want to filter the NFT based on the duration. So just imagine that I have 1000 NFT in my database and I'm the user. I visit to the application and I want to find out only those NFT which is created between the month of April and May, or between any year, any particular year. Okay, so we have to add that kind of functionality. Okay, so that's why I have taken this duration and I have defined the duration here. So let's say duration could be a number, duration could be a year, but I will go with a number. Okay, that's what we have defined in the database, and you can add multiple query. So we have one query duration, we can add the query on the base of the price. So if anybody wants to filter on the base of the price, so lower to high or higher to high or in between any specific range, so they can provide that. So, and we can add one more. Okay, so let's come here and let's add this rating average. Okay, so if an NFT has a higher rating, they can filter on the base of that as well. So this will do nothing here. I just want to show you that how you can build up the query on the API. Okay, so you can see Postman is really very smart. So once you add the query using that question mark, it will automatically trigger and display right down here in the params section. You can see we have duration 5, we have price, we have rating. So all the data you can find, and you can simply turn it off. Okay, you can turn it on and off. That's absolutely great. Or even you can create a one right up here without adding in the URL. So if I want to add one more, I will simply copy from here and I can paste in the key section, and here I will define the value. You can define the description, but that is totally optional. So we have right now this 4 queries in our API, okay, in this NFT resource. So that's how you build up the query. And let me save this one and let's come back to the code, and let me show you that when someone hit that route request for the data and we have those parameter in the query, so how it will look in the terminal. Okay, So this is how you can access those queries. So we have this console.log, and here we have the special method in the Mongoose, and that's called query request.query. So on the request we have the entire data, and we are trying to access the query in which we have all the query which user have applied in the API. Okay, so let me save this one and let me show you. So this is what we have here, and now we're going to make a request. So let's come here and let's send the request simply. So right now it will do nothing because we haven't built out the function. It will give us the same old 9 result, but we'll find something interesting in our terminal. Okay, so let's come back here, and here you can see in the terminal we have got our query. So we have the duration 5, we have the price 43, we have rating average is 2, and we have rating quantity is 54. So this is how we can easily able to access the query on the API, and on the base of that we can easily able to filter the entire data and display the data which actually users are looking for. Okay, so that's the query we're going to apply right now. So it's looking for perfect. Okay, so you can see we have this query, all this query we have here. Let's come back to this and simply turn it off, okay, and send a request one more time, and you can see right now we have this strict query, duration and price. So you can add multiple queries, it's totally up to you. It's looking fine, and we can easily able to access the query, and now we can build a function on top of this. Okay, so let's come up here, and what I want to do is I'm going to simply comment this part. So this one, comment this part, comment this, and I'm going to simply take this out from this and paste it here for a time being. Okay, we're going to fix this later. Okay, and let's come back here and let's check one more time, and let's hit the route, and now it's working fine. We can see you can able to get the request which we are making, get request, and the status 200. Okay, that's looking fine, no problem. We have all the data we can able to access right now. So let's bring this down, and now we can start the building the functionality for that.